Okay, so it's really dark, and I think I deleted the video where I took about this last time. I have to vlog. Okay, D'Artagnan.
I need some heat right now.
It's time for you to give us your review.
Spoiler free, please, for the people that are watching.
No, not spoiler free. They choose to watch this video. I'm gonna put spoiler alert for Star Wars.
Warn them in the description.
No, I put it on the caption.
All right.
D'Artagnan, you have the floor.
I'm formulating all my ideas.
Okay, well he's doing this. Haley, give us your top. Give us your out of 10 again.
My mind is buffering.
I'm pretty sure it's a 10. Yeah, but I'm in shock.
Annabelle.
Death Star disappears.
Annabelle, don't take my phone.
Hello, this is Critique Annabelle Elliott. I would give it a 9.72 out of 10. They captured the beauty of the exoticness of the movie, the film, the picture.
They can see you.
Anyway, I would strongly recommend this for toddlers ages 4 through 7.
I do not agree with you, Annabelle Elliott. I do not agree with you at all. It is not appropriate for children of that young age.
Explain your reasoning, please.
It is very violent and
You
terrifying.
must remember, though, they did not add in the slicing upward with the saber.
Don't
after
talk
it
about
was
that,
interjected
D'Artagnan Elliott.
into his
Please do
body.
not talk about that at all. It's really disturbing. I don't want to think about that.
Would be okay for said toddlers. Now, if they then got the blade and moved it up through his head, I would recommend it
please.
towards the 9-year-olds, maybe.
I
But
don't want to hear this right now.
But at the same time, we can't expect them
Okay,
to have such a connection on Solo. So, in conclusion, let's share it to the world.
If you didn't know, Han Solo gets killed off. That's what.
Oh
we're
yeah,
talking
that's
Yeah. So Annabelle, you said 9.72 out of 10.
9.72
That's what I said.
out of 10.
So Josh, what's your out of 10 again?
about. 8.
8 out of 10. I give it a 9 out of 10. I thought it was a fairly
Nope.
I thought it was a fairly good movie.
It was really good. I
So
don't like the fact that Mark
I'm
Hamill.
gonna-
Hard for me to concentrate because there was a couple guys talking next to me throughout most of it.
We
Yeah,
were
that-
not talking throughout most of it. We whispered the occasional thing to each other.
yeah, like
That was a stage. Those were stage whispers. Yeah, that was stage whisper.
did I ever tell you guys about the time in Jurassic World? So you know have you guys seen Jurassic World, all of us?
Yes.
So in Jurassic World, there's a scene where they're hanging upside down and the guy's phone is at the bottom of the glass and it starts vibrating. When it started vibrating, I kind of lost control of myself and I shouted, "Brah!" in the theater like that. And everybody in the entire theater looks at me and I didn't look at anybody else because I knew they were all looking at me. So I was just like,
Who was the one whooper when everyone would just randomly start clapping?
yeah, there's always a guy who's just like, whoop. So if you don't understand what we're talking about, in Star Wars, every time a main character from the original trilogy showed up, everybody in the theater would clap.
This is in the stage production, people.
But
Give them an example.
Did you notice that? I love though that J.J. Abrams, he actually had it, if you notice, where nothing important was said for the next 15 seconds, so that if there was applause, you know, I think he planned that. He is a genius.
yeah, J.J. Abrams knew there was going to be applause for this film.
And
Everybody,
see-
okay, I'm going to call it the best part of this movie, the opening credits.
Oh yeah.
Come on, man.
Dun, 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 dun.
And a thing I really like is that J.J. Abrams didn't blind the audience with lens flares in this one.
Yeah, that's different. Yeah, he didn't blind us with lens flare. Dude, how do you like that lightsaber Kylo Ren had?
It was stupid.
It's really pointless, but how'd you like it?
Well,
It looked cool for aesthetic purposes, but it was stupidly designed.
I will admit, I was half expecting, give me the strength of what I have to do to not do all that, and when he does that, because it's on both sides, I'm not joking, I was expecting him to stab Han and himself at the same time.
I was expecting that with like the both side thing. Yeah, I was
Yeah,
expecting that to happen too. Yeah.
I've seen the samurai do it, but we're taking this to the next level. Bzzz.
Can you make the Irish frog?
No,
that
you just
would
take
be
your
the-
coat off.
That would be the thing that Darth Maul would do.
You're eating a
So, I'm gonna give my review of the film right now.
What?
The review of the film for me
It's his.
was, I think it was a very good continuation of the story. Like, I honestly believe that this might, you know, this trilogy might be, like, it might live up to the original Star Wars. I think it's gonna live up to it.
I think
like,
Abrams, it's gonna do it.
just judging by the this movie, I think this new trilogy is gonna live up to the original trilogy.
I could not help thinking when they go to the island at the end and everything.
Yeah.
Because you know J.J. Abrams is the director of Lost.
Yeah.
And they're going up, there's nothing, it's just an ocean, and then there's this little island.
Mm-hmm.
And they land on that. No joke, I was expecting some little Easter egg of Lost or something like that.
I was looking around the entire, like, screen always for freaking Easter eggs.
Like Jar Jar being skeleton.
I wasn't looking for that.
Add
By the way,
I know,
freaking
it's
Darth
sad.
Vader's helmet, you know, in that scene where he's like turns around, he's like, I will, you know.
Yeah.
Freaking Darth Vader didn't die with his helmet on like that.
No.
Yeah,
They took his helmet off.
But then remember, they burned his body.
Yeah, they burned his body.
That is true, yeah.
So it was like the burned helmet. Like,
That means he went and took care of some Ewoks to go get that thing. But
Yeah, like where did they freaking get Luke's lightsaber? Like, I just want to point out, when his hand was chopped off, it fell
he lost
down.
it in Cloud City.
Yeah,
It just fell
it's
straight
Cloud
down.
City. There's no ground to it, is there? It's like just a bunch of floating things, right?
there's a, well, I guess it's above a good gas planet is what it's supposed to be. So like, I don't know.
J.J.
But it
Abrams
fell
is
like
gonna have
straight
an
into
answer.
the gas planet, so it
Just like,
disappeared,
do they, like,
along with his hand.
like Han knew what was up too. He put those puzzle pieces together too. He was like, "Where did you get that?" And she was like, "Good question." You know, like, but that's for another time. You know,
What?
J.J. Abrams. That, you know what that sign is to me? Like, oh, good question, but that's for another time. You know what that means?
That means
We don't
he's
know.
avoiding
He means,
the
oh, we
question.
don't know. We're gonna answer that in
better figure
probably
that
the
out.
next two.
What does Smog look like? We'll figure it out later. You know, in The Hobbit, Smog, they actually designed him as a dragon with 4 stubby legs and the 2 wings on his back.
Yeah.
And so when he goes in and attacks Eobor in the first one, when it won't really show Smog, it does show that. However, when they decided to have him look like he does Final Draft as we know Smog, they thought, hey, that doesn't line up. So they, all copies of the movie they sold from that point on and everything, when they actually sold The Hobbit like on Blu-ray and stuff, they changed it
Really?
so that Smog looked more like the version that we know, instead of the 4-legged dragon storming in there.
Alright, D'Artagnan, it's time, since I probably only have 3 minutes left.
So I need a stall for only 3 more minutes.
No,
You need to make a goodbye song to the camera.
no, just give us your review, D'Artagnan. It's time.
I was expecting more Phasma. I was surprised that I loved Finn's character. He was exceptional.
You could almost call him Fen.
Fen.
Okay, Fen is a guy we know.
I was very surprised. I liked the character development especially, and the chemistry between them, even more than just sexual chemistry, of how actually every single character built upon one another. Even the Poe character, from what I'd heard about him, I was expecting something a lot weaker. The fact that every single character actually had depth that they brought by themselves, unless it was like some random background guy who still looks pretty awesome. Everyone actually not only was strong enough to, as an individual, I will bite that finger.
He will.
I will. Don't think I'm tired enough. Anyway,
Goodness gracious. The Velociraptor.
Are you actually gonna post this?
no, that was my own.
I am.
You're not editing this at all, by
The
the way.
characters.
No, yeah, I'm not editing this.
Except to let people know that they're spoilers.
The characters were the strongest. I was surprised that the Death Star blew up and became a sun. I'm sure that was symbolism for something. But I did really like character development more than anything. It was exceptional. And J.J. Abrams is the man.
Okay, now you have to give us your out of 10 rating.
Buffering.
What?
Buffering. My mind's buffering.
Buffering. Okay, I thought you said about 3 million. I was like, dude, really?
Out of 4 million. It was the fact that it could stand up by itself, if we compared it right now to the original trilogy, without a bias. I'd say it could stand right next to them and be just as strong. It's better than the prequels, and I do like the prequels with the exception of Jar Jar. I'm not one of those haters of them, but still, the movie itself could stand next to the original trilogy, which has now become is the gods of movies, kind of how that's what everyone compares it to. It's the example, it's the Superman of movies, you could say. So,
oh my goodness, let's not start this right now.
I do really like that it's strong enough that it could be compared to those, not just they themselves as good movies, but the image that we have turned them into, it could still stand up to that. That is truly exceptional.
So back to the question that I just asked.
Yeah?
Out of 10.
Hey, I'm stalling, okay? You guys gotta give me something.
By the way, I apologize to everyone that actually decides to watch this video, that the video is really, really dark.
No one's gonna make it to the end.
It's
Yeah.
symbolism.
Yeah, darkness and redness and whiteness.
This implies
It is like 1 in the morning.
Yeah.
So
Batman's really great.
And Jet does have an iPhone, so
It's-
it's not being delivered very well.
so they hate iPhones. They're lying to themselves though. They just don't realize
Yes,
it.
it's true. It's very true. iPhones are amazing. They're perfect. Well, they're not perfect.
She's
Nothing's
being
perfect
paid to
except
say
for God.
this.
But no, I'm not being paid
We're
to say
freaking
this.
like in our teens. We're not gonna get paid by some major company.
Some people do.
Yeah, some people, not us.
Whoa. I care about myself
We should
and you
say
should
that.
care about you.
not yet. See, now there's hope.
So
Yeah,
the,
I thought that Apple would pay me to say iPhones are perfect. No, wait. They're not perfect. Nothing is perfect except God. I really doubt that Apple would pay
Yeah,
me to say that.
well, Apple might, just to say that, hey, we care about God. They get a lot of Christians into their market. Hey, I'm looking at the economical decisions here, okay? D'Artagnan, I'm stalling for you. Give us your out of 10 rating already.
Oh, I just gave her more Skittles.
No. Ah.
Did you take my Skittles?
No.
Where are my
Not
Skittles?
yours. I don't know where yours
They're
are.
right here. I got my Skittles and my Reese's.
I just got these in her sock without looking. I'm very proud. Yeah.
Yeah, he reached for he put them in my sock.
Very proud of myself.
Just give us your out of 10 rating already. This isn't a hard.
So, you know, I was gonna put them in your purse.
I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna give your answer for you, D'Artagnan.
Excuse me, don't you dare. I will hug you.
D'Artagnan says.
I will
wait,
hug you to submission.
don't do it, Jet.
don't know quite what to say about that. Just give us your rating already.
Well, how much memory do you have left? Well, I think
I will mess you up, man. Just give us a rating already.
as long as you don't have any
Wanna hear a
kryptonite, we're good. Sure.
What's a camel
Dang it.
called with 3 humps?
What is a camel called with 3 humps?
Pregnant.
Do we really have to do this? If you just no. You sound like a tauntaun.
Hey, mama. Mama.
Yes, hon.
What do you call a camel with 3 humps?
Dude, you're gonna make me run out of freaking space, man.
That's the idea. Catch up.
Catch up, says the sloth.
D'Artagnan, honestly, man, give us your rating.
Why do you not want to give you a rating?
Because
just haven't
my
decided
mind is
you're
loading. I cannot give a simple
Your brain
8 or
is
9.
buffering.
Exactly. Thank you,
He
Haley.
cannot brain today.
Should I just say?
That's the dumb.
Should I just say pretty good?
No, better than that. The thing is, I like actually gained the specifics of I don't think I've ever seen a 9. It's a high 8. The question is when it gets to the point, because I actually think of stuff to that detailed. Because it was more than an 8. However, it is not a 9. But at the same time, I need to find how far.
9.8. I mean 8.9.
No, I need to find how far in the middle they are. At the same time, my mind is buffering, trying to come up with it. So I am thinking I will get to that decimal point.
We're gonna say 8 through 9.
Yeah, guys,
Freaking-
It's like
I will hug
1:30 in the
you.
morning.
I will hug you.
D'Artagnan, you took too long. You brought this on
You
yourself.
can post a follow-up video that's just a few seconds long that says
Yeah, I will tomorrow morning. Okay.
Let's do it.
I mean this
later
today. Yeah, later today.
Like 3 hours from now.
Oh, man.
Holy crap! Tomorrow's our last show.
No.
You mean today?
No, tomorrow.
Tomorrow's
No.
the last one.
Today's Saturday.
2 shows
Oh,
today.
I do need to kind of give a point. I just noticed Star
morning.
Wars,
Good
J.J.
morning,
Abrams,
everybody.
like Star Trek, when he got a hold of those, as awesome as he made those movies, what he did is, in addition to adding a multiplier of 7 awesomeness, he also added in quite a few interesting words that were not in the original series. And interesting scenes showing interesting parts of bodies. Anyway, so he did that with the Star Trek series, and though it's still an amazing series, I was surprised that J.J. Abrams changed it that much.
Holy
Now-
crap! J.J. Abrams has Star Trek and Star Wars.
That is a terrible thing to say.
Now, in Star Wars, though they kept minor profanities, I heard damn maybe twice and hell maybe 2 times. I was surprised that was as bad as it got. And while people remember Star Wars for no profanity, if you watch the originals, that's the only profanity that's in it. That multiple times usually said by Harrison Ford.
Yep.
So I really liked how close he kept, even with the changing of scenes, how the technique that he used was very, very similar to the original.
I
Star Wars
know,
series.
it was insanely like A New Hope and like...
And like, shout out to J.J. Abrams again.
So...
Talk about the fact that Leia is a Disney princess.
Oh my god! Oh! Dude! Leia is a Disney princess now,
No,
yeah.
she's a Disney general.
Queen.
She was once a princess.
Guys, we need a good ender on this. J.J. Abrams...
loves you.
J.J. Abrams has Star Wars and Star Trek under his belt now.
Submit to the tickling of D'Artagnan.
How about...
King of the
It's
Lens
a
Flares.
great... Wait, what's it called? Like, it's a...
Hang on, I have-
Oh, what a
no.
beautiful
I wanna
morning.
I have the
But-
perfect